Howdy, howdy. So, for those couple that I saw joining with me, hello. Good evening in this part of the world. Wanted to find a way that I could hop on and be able to communicate with as many people as possible on as many platforms as possible. I feel limited trying to use one of those video conferencing softwares where, you know, a handful of people are available at a certain time and can hop on that one software depending on what devices you're having access to. Right now, I am on probably 4 of the main streaming platforms. So, got a number of you joining with me right now. I wanted to thank, as far as the Twitch world, Jay Palmer, thanks for the follow. I noticed on Mixer that I have a visitor with me there. Feel free to chat with us. I've got my chat hooked up so that all 4 of those platforms can feed into here, and we can I can answer questions that way. So go ahead, show me some love, but go ahead and chat away. I'll be here for the next hour is my plan. If I need to stick around a little bit longer, I will do that. But I know that a number of people have been stuck on a couple of things, and I wanted to make sure that if enough of you are struggling with the same things, that you're definitely going to get the input that you need from me as far as how you can take care of those things. So I am set up to be able to help with whatever softwares you're working with. If you've got code specific issues, those of you in my computer science stuff, I can work with you on that. If you have questions about AP stuff, I've seen way more information come from, say, not so much just from the College Board. Let me zoom in a little bit. It's actually more from those that are not in the College Board flooding me with information. College Board has been awesome, giving me exactly what I need. Everybody that feels that they're handy in all of the other positions that are around me, give me way more copies of stuff than I really know what to do with. So anyway, I have the info. Just let me know what you need, and I can head you in that direction. So good news for those that are connected to the AP world, there are exams this year. They're totally different. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how that plays out. But yeah, if you're taking an AP class this year, you're definitely going to want to, at least for the experience, finish out your year with your exam. Okay. So hoping somebody would chime in at this point. Let's see. I don't want to hop over to anything else specifically. I figured there would be some downtime. I did plan on going ahead and grabbing something for me to work with, at least for those that are passing through. They'll be able to see something. I need to update one of my graphics, and so I will grab that. Anybody hopping on, like I said, go ahead and send me a message, and I will we'll get you the information you need, possibly step you through anything that you need that way. I'm trying to think of which place I want to grab stuff from. Yep. So, hey, howdy. So, Texas Dean, how are you doing tonight? keep searching for something. There it is. I do have to point out that Texas Dean there, having Texas in your name and then using the word hello is somewhat, I'll go with surprising. But I don't know, kind of a fan of Howdy myself. But okay. As you're able to hear my wife's favorite thing in the whole world. And that was about as sarcastic as I get. We'll hope. Yeah, I kind of hooked you up with that that excuse, which I guess makes me an enabler. There's the camera. Anyway, yes, my wife is not a fan of my Cherry MX blue switches. So, yeah, any typing that I do, I hear groans and stuff. But anyway, yeah, if you have any questions or anything, let me know through chat, and we'll definitely get things rolling with that. That was not the button I was planning on hitting. Let's actually select the right software before I get going. Okay, so anyway, while stuff is potentially rolling in, let me go ahead and thank you, Bogo. So nice to see that I have a moderator online too. Alrighty. Feeling really, really weird doing a non-game based stream. I enjoy entertaining, but yeah, the delay showing up on the screen is because, like I said, I'm on 4 platforms, so your platforms are communicating with their own platforms, sending me messages that I get, and then it's put up, and it's, yeah, anyway, it's complicated. But yeah, Bogosort, you'll have to let me know. I'd call you Infinite, but it seems weird. But yeah, Bogosort, you'll have to let me know how that mod view works for you, because I've been wondering, but I'm generally not looking at it because I need one more screen. I say that I'd be happy with 2 more monitors. I think if I had to, I'd take 3 more. And another machine, and I'll just be quiet. Good luck, right? Okay, so I am... Oh, that's scary. Looking at my naming stuff there. So, going to a classic. We are right here. So I'm set up right now in Illustrator. I'm going to go ahead and convert my lovely pixel-based art here into, which I'm conflicted if I want to try rounding it or try exaggerating the pixelization. But I need a vector-based version of original raster art. So that's what I'm going to be playing with in between answering questions, so that I have something to do that's not just pretty much a blank screen for everybody. As I enlarge it, the pixels are really tempting to go with. I can smooth out some of the garbage that I've I've gotten from this image being, being set up originally. Oh, it's really weird seeing that big. Okay. Go ahead, lock that up. Give myself another layer. Curious to see what other tools. I'm new to this version of Illustrator. Good question. Where's the coding part? Well, you asked me a coding question, I will hook you up with a coding portion. It's pretty easy. In fact, I even have a lovely transition for this specific situation. Hey, look at that. Now I'm on the web. So, as far as coding, I am set up to pull up stuff. I don't have anything right now. Did get bored a while ago and start playing with someone else's code, which is always good. And you may remember this from the classroom, but I figured eventually I'd get this online to play with. I'd really love to be able to take that and use it in some sort of situation where I can have a response that hooks me up with something like that across my screen. That would be fun. Okay. Hey, free response part B. I can definitely do that. Let me grab some stuff off screen. I just need something to like trigger that over and over again while I'm looking at things. That would be super cool. Yeah, pull that up in the foreground so that have something there in code. But yeah, let me go ahead and pull up one of my favorite sites to reference. Okay, so okay, so all right, for part B, solution is there on the screen. A little bit nicer to have the question to reference, but since I don't own the question, that's kind of iffy as far as broadcasting that. Interesting that YouTube is not connecting that way. Thank you for letting me know. I can try and pull up that chat separately and see if I can make sure that everybody is getting on there. Oh, look, live now. Guys, that's not going to work for me. Let's turn that off. So I hear me talking about me. There we go. Cruise. Awesome. So stop motion question. Awesome. Let me rearrange some stuff so I have my chat. So yeah, I don't know why that chat wasn't coming up on there, but There we go. All right, so now I should be able to see everybody. So I haven't seen anybody comment from Facebook yet. I've got that going out. So if somebody's on Facebook, go ahead and send me a message. Just say hey. Anyway, but yeah, as far as Part B, this is what's referred to as a canonical solution. This is based on what we have. Yeah, this is one of the solutions that would be expected to see most often, as far as being a not just acceptable but foundation of what the question was shooting for. The one major difference in what I will generally show in the classroom, I am generally not pushing the for each loops because of some of the issues that I've seen when I've been doing the AP reading. It's something that can be worked out so that it's not an issue, but yeah, that's ultimately for each del in delimiters, it's going to go ahead and check to see if that specific one equals the open one, and then count it. So but yeah, little note up there again is for Part A. For Part B, the notes, you don't need two separate counts, because in order for it to be counted, it has to have the start and the stop. So having that start and the stop both would then count as one set. So yeah, the else return true you're not wanting to do because you still need it to check when you're done. So that's what that's about. And that's what that bottom part about is, that third notation is that you need to remember that you can return the Boolean expression to be the yeah, since it's a return method. This right here, checking to see if those values are equal, that right there will give you a Boolean value that can be returned. So hopefully that'll help clear some stuff up. Say if you have more questions, go ahead and let me know. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can tackle Cruz. Hopefully you're still on. See if I can get your question handled. Okay. So the stop motion movie. Yes, you can do it on your phone. There are some apps that allow you to do stop motion. The thing that I need to warn you about, there's also apps that do time-lapse. Stop motion is different than time-lapse because stop motion is going to be you setting up, taking a picture, making an adjustment, taking a picture, another adjustment, picture. Time-lapse is going to be the camera takes pictures while the movement happens, which is basically just as another form of video as opposed to animation. Animation is a controlled thing, which is where the stop comes from, the stop motion. Time-lapse is just taking pictures over time. So generally an equal distance between those photos. which you can potentially do stop motion that way. You just need to adjust things in between manually to be able to get that to work. Okay. As far as makeup work, yes. My thoughts would be stay current on this week's stuff. When you have a chance, go back and do that. So I'd be happier if you went through and got all of your classes stuff done for this week, and then you can go back and look at stuff. It's not as big a push. Say from this week forward, the way that they're approaching things, they want you to make sure that you're getting stuff knocked out for grading purposes, specific to the grading period that's coming up. Yeah, I was afraid of the lag. Unfortunately, because of everybody being online everywhere, lag has been a side effect in this area. I don't have the best connection. I have decent, but there's just so many people. Yeah, in fact, my software is letting me know that it's having issues with some dropped frames. Okay. All right. So hopefully I haven't lost too many people in that. Anybody else have questions about anything specific? Okay. If not, I will continue back to my doodles. But yeah, if anybody thinks of anything that they'd like to ask me, go ahead and throw that in the chat, and we'll get on that. Hopefully, there we go. Okay. Thank you. That's not sure I got. That's awesome. Yeah, let me pull that up. So BOGO sort, that was that specific idea I had was really funny at the time. It doesn't need to be that way, but it seriously entertains because of the reaction I get when somebody notices that I have that setting that way specifically. So yeah, basically it's set up that way for my entertainment. And you asking me about it is part of that entertainment I was talking about. So let me go ahead, if everybody's done for now with part B of the FRQ question that we did, I'm going to go ahead and switch back over to not that. That's what my screen looks like. There we go. That's what we're shooting for. Okay, thank you. Thank you, BOGO. So, part 3. Thank you. Solution scoring. All right, so list. Oh, parts. Okay, I see what I'm saying. So the assignment on Canvas, that's a good question. So let me see if I can say, unfortunately, I don't have access to all the stuff that I have on my lovely little laptop that I was provided. Let me see. Grab the Yay! I think I have it. Okay, so the scoring guidelines I'm pulling up now, and I will try and share them with me and put them on back on the screen here in a second. In fact, I will go ahead and I'm trying to think of how I can do this and not confuse people more. Actually, by putting them on here, I'll be able to yeah, going over them in here should work nicely, and people can reference back to this after it's no longer live. But yeah, as far as the Part 3 solution scoring, the idea was to take the solution that you had and reference the scoring guidelines, which I hadn't provided yet because I'd had trouble getting people to turn stuff in. So what I'm going to do is, ouch, looks like it's getting laggier. I'm going to switch back to that screen, see if I can drag that into there. No, of course not. That would be too easy. Okay. I don't want it back a bit. Ugh. Okay, so down to where we were. All right, so as far as the delimiters question, I hate that keeps popping up and messing with me. Okay, so part A is broken down into 4 points. So those 4 points, and yes, Bogo, that's in Canvas. The assignment is basically to take your solution that you submitted, pull it out, make sure that you can get the 4 points. It's a total of 9 points. 4 points Part A, 5 points Part B. The 4 points that you're looking for in Part A, making sure that array list of strings is actually being created. So make sure your code is actually creating an array list object of strings. So the second point, the fact that your code accesses all the elements in an array without bounds errors. So make sure that you're covering everything without going too far. Third point is to your code needs to compare strings in the tokens array. Yeah, I'm wondering too. May have typed a word that was not okay, which is tough considering all the stuff that we're dealing with code. So yeah, third point, compares strings in tokens with both instance variables. So must be in context of a loop. So while it's looping through, it needs to be able to be comparing both of the instance variables. Fourth point for part A adds delimiters into array list in original order. So, oh. Okay, so apparently because of the first part of the word assignment, it gave you a timeout there, Brian. So sorry about that. My auto mod is touchy apparently. So yeah. That's crazy, but it's good to know. Thank you, Bogo. So those 4 you're checking on your own code. The 5 for part B. Accumulators initialized, access all elements of array list delimiters, compare strings and delimiters with instance variables, and updates accumulators accordingly. So your counters, your accumulators. Okay, thank you very much. I've got a totally awesome mod on right now, doing plenty of work for me. Okay, so love to the mod, everybody. Mods rock. Identifiers for the 4th point. Identifies and returns appropriate Boolean value to implement one rule, and identifies and returns appropriate Boolean values for all cases. So basically you get a point if your Boolean works once. You get a second point, that 5th one out of that list, if it would work for all of them. So if you accidentally mess something up in your code that keeps it from getting to all the cases, you can still get a point out of it, is kind of what that's saying. If you end up nailing all of it, you get that 9th point, 5th one in part B, and all is good in the world. So hopefully, Brian, the list there will help. There's also some scoring notes. I will make this available on the site as soon as we get off air, to make sure that you can go through and see, I need to make sure it creates the array list. It'll earn the point even if you omit the generic right there. So if you accidentally leave that off, it would still get a point. But if you leave off new in the creation, it's not going to give you the point. So it being the reader would not give you the point, because that's not how creating an array list would work. You'd need to have new in there. So I will make this available. Like I said, it goes through some oopsie stuff. It goes through the not a chance in the world stuff for the 4 points part A, 5 points of part B. So my goal with this specific assignment was to have you guys, get a chance to see some real FRQ stuff, work through, breaking it down, putting all that stuff into a list, hopefully, so that you can go through that and use it as a checklist when you build out your solution. And then once you have your solution, be able to take that and see, did my solution actually get the points that I thought it would? So, alrighty. So, there is a chance that you'd be able to find this specifically online. I don't know that. Yeah, it looks like, since it is the way that it was scored, this is released. As far as the questions themselves, I believe they're released somewhere, but I don't know for certain. I don't have that up right now. I do know that the solution that I provided here, you can find several sites where they've worked through the the solutions and shared them out. So if that is a help to go along with figuring out what it should look like and why that code gets the points with the scoring guidelines, that stuff is easy to get a hold of. Okay. So it looks like I've answered all of the current questions that I have. Okay, still having issues with some of my frames being dropped. So my stream's going to be a little choppy. I apologize for that, but I am still here if you need some input. And while I'm waiting for anybody to pop up a question, I am going to go ahead and slide over. I hate that part. I see stuff moving. Yeah, it's not just Twitch. It's kind of an overall internet thing, as far as the lag and stuff that we're dealing with, because of where I'm at and everything I have to connect to be able to get things to run. All of the traffic is end up causing some issues. I was on a certain video game the other day and had issues because my ping, my connection delay was up to like 500 milliseconds. Yeah, totally playing Minecraft and had a 500 millisecond ping. Makes it really hard to smack those blocks. Yeah, you're funny. Oh. I love that, actually. Thank you. That was fun. Okay, so back to me. No, I think I need to try a rounded off version of me, a vector version that's super smooth before I pixelate this, and then I'll probably try something else, but yeah, we'll try that. Yeah, group projects. I'm not a fan of group projects. Ever. I'm trying to think if I even was okay with group projects when... No, I hated them when I was in school. Because I had similar issues where I would work my backside off and then end up with somebody just deciding not to do something, and it was sad. Okay. Inside that. Cool. Zoom in. Not that. Thought I clicked that. There we go. Zoom in there. I think I like it. Let's seriously not line up? That's really ridiculous. Oh, silly half pixels. There we go. Let's see if those will line up now. There, they do. Awesome. Okay, smarty pants. I have a Leslie Hall version of me. I could make a vector-based Leslie Hall picture version of Mr. Norlem here. I don't know that I would do that yet. I would totally do that if... here, let me... see if I can pull up that craziness to share real quick. Okay. Yeah, you mentioned that, and I'm sure I've got a bunch of people. There are a bunch of people out there that don't even know who that is, which is sad. Sad state of the world. Okay, so just to simplify things, okay, I do have a Leslie Hall version of my Mr. Norlem. Original, the anti-SOPA, was it? I don't know why I have two Santas, but at least one of them got likes. Don't even know that anybody wants to know, but got to wear a jersey. It's Mr. Norlem on fire. Thank you, Hunger Games, for that one. But Mr. Norlem is Leslie Hall, or at least in her tight pants. Batman, and then Mr. Norlem Powerpuffed himself. So, yep. Oh, and that's my bullseye outfit. But yes, there's my Leslie Hall. It did happen. That one I'm proud of, actually. Norlem on fire. I'm curious as to if I'm getting questions on... No, there we go. Okay, so... just realized I have my... Okay, so that's working fine. I was gonna say something. I was thinking a think, and then it went away. Okay. So yeah, the other platform's chat is working fine. So if anybody needed to send something that way, that would work. Okay. Back to Vector Me. So these, let's go ahead and outline the stroke, object path, outline stroke. So lovely glasses now. Works out very, very nice there. And that should... Okay, that just gave me the stroke. if I wanted to, I could probably back that up. Fill those with the white I was using. And then outline the stroke, object, path, outline stroke. And there we go. We've got all those pieces now. Got the inside and the outside of those glasses. Very nice. Good times. Shoot, I could even do weird, complicated stuff now if I wanted. Go ahead and give myself some extra anchor points here. And then delete the tiny path, both of those. And then select that one. Hold down Shift and select the other one. I may need to do that. I may need to do that. You know what? I can't believe I haven't done that either. How did I not think of that? Is where I am with that right now. Okay. So maybe you don't want to select each of those anchor points and then go up to a menu and say path, join. Another option I've got here, I can go back to the pen tool and gives me a little slash. I click on the anchor point and it connects me in with that. I come over here, I get the little completion circle next to my cursor there. I click it, I have that path now. So that is, what the heck did that do? Ooh, yeah. As I make things more complex for myself. I'm good at that. Let's go ahead and see if I can release. It did. Let's not do that. Let's just ungroup. Ooh, love it. Okay, so ungrouping those so that these lovely paths here can be combined. All right. So, as I was saying, we're going to go ahead and take the anchor point here, start that, find the end. So group, So we've got both those selected, and we will group them. Yep, threw myself something interesting there. There that goes. Now let's see if it'll cooperate. So anyway, anchor point to anchor point. There we go, see? So the slash to the completion circle there. There. I have glasses. I say that. I need to do the sides of my glasses there. I think I'll come back to that when I can... Wow, those are big rectangles. When I know exactly how I'm going to have the head shape work. Zoom out a little bit. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Yeah, this has been a long, long few weeks. Obviously, if we're that excited about conjoined monocles. Is it kind of messed up that I don't know what part of me to draw next? Oh. Uh-huh. There you go, funny guy. There, done with the hair part. And watch it. I tagged this family friendly. Joking about the hair. Alright. Moving over. So, nice thing with the eyedropper tool. It is possible to go ahead and switch over to no color with your selection. And whichever one is front, I'd recommend having the fill color front. You can click with the eyedropper on a color for your sample image. Go with that. Nice dark brown eyebrow there. Good stuff. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead. Does that really have those? Ooh, I can have curved eyebrows. I think I like that. You're gone, buddy. Bringing in the king over here. There we go. I am almost done. Look at there. I'm just kidding. Obviously. I would hope, obviously. So, with the vector possibilities in mind, let me see. I think I'm going to do some overlapping ovals. Yep. So yeah, that is pretty close to it with the as most of that, and yet it looked horrible. That's not too bad. Let me double check for you, see if I can get that off of there. And look, it's all that stuff I have. My goodness. Let's move that over there. Okay. See, that's what I need the extra screen for. Yeah, that's messed up. I don't even know how to. Don't know how to do your job. There's some job security for you. Okay. And then there was that. Good times, that is. I don't want that. Okay. And here we go. So we'll take that oval. Maybe mix in some of this oval. Yep, didn't add another layer. Really? Get there. Yeah, did it. There we go. Put that on the process. Sweet. Now I have like a mutant looking head. That's awesome. Fitting, I guess. Nope. And so it looks like my lag is not improving. Are you suggesting that I need to emphasize the nose? See, my art doesn't have a nose. That was part of the quirkiness. Oh, another topic we probably shouldn't talk about on camera live. I don't know that you have enough time for all of the haters, but we will enjoy your dabbing. That's not too bad. Moderately egg-like. I have a fear that yeah, go ahead and ban the word dab. See how that goes. Oh, shoot. So, let me... Really? It's not working. I have to change tools. Hate that. There. Now it lets me do it. I think that might need to be more rounded rectangle there. Thank you very much, Bogo. Going for the rectangle. Rounding the rectangle. Okay. You know what? I may have to do that to the whole head. Rounded rectangle time. Say, if I do not look like an alien by the time I'm done with this, I think I will have done it wrong. Oh, it looks so messed up. Yeah, I don't even think Playmobil toys are just jacked up in shape. Yeah, that's not wrong. So, Bogo, how long have you been on? Or I should ask, did you get to see the chatting coming from Mixer? Okay, so let's scroll back up. Not let me go any further. Okay. Yeah, I had somebody join from one of my computer science classes. The chat from Mixer, by way of Mixer. And I was tempted to see if you could guess who it was. So in fact, I will switch over real quick to, there we go. So, while I kind of give you some hints as to the person that you would know, my big hint is that person was excited to be on chat with specifically with the use of Mixer. Maybe not. Okay. So I had somebody earlier that was chatting with me on stream and super excited to be doing so using Mixer. And was happy that I gave that person an excuse to do that. I was wondering if you would be able to guess who that person that you know is. And I went ahead and popped up Discord for you to be able to guess there, so that if you're right or wrong, we're not upsetting anyone. It is time. Yes, your guess is correct. Okay, oh, I didn't want that one. There we go, that's better. Okay, so little bit of progress. that was almost hurtful. So I am going to go ahead and wrap up for today. I do plan on hopping back on probably say possibly Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like my other stream schedule. Well, I say, Bogo, I'm going to head out for a bit. I will probably be back on with gaming stream later. But as far as my office hours, those are ending. So, again, if you have any questions, go ahead and shoot me questions as far as student questions, remind or email, totally fine. If anybody else has any sort of questions, go ahead and pop them into chat. I'll see them eventually, or hop on later when I am streaming some gameplay, hopefully, if lag isn't this horrible later. Everybody take it easy, have a good one, and I will see you soon, hopefully. At least you'll see me and my shiny head in the corner of your screen. Alright, see ya.